here with Joe and JVC at the Media Technology Expo here in Seattle, Washington. Joe, tell us some of the new products that JVC is offering here at MTE.
Okay. Well, first off, we have our brand new system that called the GY-HM 600 series. There's two cameras involved. This one here happens to be the 650, and it is a Wi-Fi based camera that we can actually, the news people and also people that are in production that want to get to their editing systems quickly, you can actually, through this system here, Wi-Fi out either Verizon, AT&T, or their own Wi-Fi system directly to their production company or whatever they want while they're shooting. So you can have live transmission where you can actually go on air with it. There is a 2-second delay, but you don't see that when you're going on air.
For broadcast.
For broadcasting. Also, in this scenario, you can actually transmit clips that you've shot to your editing system via Wi-Fi, so that they can actually set up your timeline prior to you getting there with the HD system. Okay. This also will transmit while you're shooting. So you can actually transmit these clips while you're shooting other clips if you want to, if you don't want to do a live transmission type of scenario. Okay? Now, you can also shoot on SD cards, is what it amounts to. You can shoot on 2 SD cards either continuously or separately on the 650, so that you can actually shoot high def on one card and a proxy on the second card for clips to send real quickly back to your editor if you wanted to. Okay? Or you can shoot continuous. Like one gentleman said, he wanted about 10 hours of shooting to let this bird come off the nest. And so he set the camera up on a tripod. He put in 2 128 gig cards, which gave him about 10 or 15 hours of record time. He had to have a power supply because batteries don't last that long, but he was actually able to set it up on a tripod, look in there, and since it was a 650 and he hooked it up to happen to be his Verizon card, he was able to actually control the camera from his iPhone so that he could remotely set the colors, he could shoot, he could stop, he could pause, he could do all these things from his iPad or iPhone or Android while he was in the car keeping warm.
So this has an operable app that can be downloaded and function with this?
Yes, it has its own IP address. So what you do is you take your iPhone or whatever, and in the system there on your Wi-Fi in your phone, you type in the 199 dot whatever, because each one has their own IP address. You type it in, it connects, and the power's there, and you control it.
Right on. And then tell us a little bit about the lens on this incredible.
The lens on this is really kind of easy. It's a Fujinon lens built by Fujinon for us. It's a 23:1 lens, and actually it goes all the way back about 1/3 of the way into the camera because it's that long. And it's a great lens. It also has a wide angle adapter for it so that you can go wide angle, like in the case of a church or some kind of a scenario where you need close-ups from a distance. You can do that too. On the football field or basketball court, you can be up in the stands and still get close-ups of everybody there that you need to shoot. Okay?
That's incredible. Joe, tell us a little bit about the control with the 700, or is it the 790 Studio Pack?
Yes. It's a GY-HM 790 is the camera, and it comes in actually 3 configurations. Multi-core, which you can control from here. Fiber, which you can control from here, and this is hooked up with fiber this time. Fiber will give you almost unlimited amount of distance, where multi-core is limited to about 300 meters. And then you can also use it as an ENG EFP package without any of those, so separately. But this a little controller here, and this is the CCU, and so you can control the iris and the focus, the iris on this, and the focus and the zoom on this from this little thing that happens to be in your, your workroom. Okay. And the cameras can be a studio away or on top of a stadium or wherever it might be, or in a church, and whatever it might be. So that's the 790 camera. The 600 series, we talked about that. The 650 is this. The 600 has everything the 650 does, but does not transmit. It's strictly no Wi-Fi. So there's the difference between the two. Okay?
Same lens.
Same lens. Everything else is the same. Okay? This is the GYHM 150. It's a 1/4 inch 10 by lens. It's 3 CCD, and it does HDMI out only, but it can do everything that the other cameras can do. And here's something that all JVC cameras, the new ones, do, is you can shoot and name whether you want to be in QuickTime to work with all the Apple edited-based systems, or MP4, which is the XD cam type of systems for the PC-based. So all you do in any of the cameras is go into the menu and set .mov for QuickTime, or .mp4 for the PC-based systems, and then you shoot, and it's drag and drop. No longer do you have to do the log and transfer.
Everything's native.
Everything is native, so it makes it really kind of cool. So that's this, and that the same thing for this camera here. And then as for modes, you can shoot SDI, HD SDI, and you can shoot in the 1080 mode, the 720 mode. Okay, and you pick it.
Right.
Okay.
This one's HDMI only, though.
This is HDMI out only.
Right.
Okay. They all work on SD cards.
Yep.
Okay.
Excellent.
You have a light problem.
That's all right.
Okay. The next system here, this is the our Blu-ray deck. It's called the the SR-HD 2500, and it is the only deck manufactured to date that will allow an HD SDI input directly to record on a disc. In all the other decks, you have to record to the hard drive, and then if you want to burn a disc, it's burnt in real time. This one, you burn directly to the disc. If you want to make duplicate discs, there are other lesser expensive duplicators or replicators that you can just stick it in and replicate 10 at a time if you want to. So this is very, very good in that respect. Above and behind here are all the monitors. We have a large number of monitors that go from 5-inch monitors where you have a 3 to buy to stick in a truck, all the way to a 4K 84-inch screen. Okay, obviously we're not showing that here because it's hard to transport. But anyway, what we have here is 9-inch, 15-inch, 17-inch, 21-inch, and 24-inch. And we have a number of models within each of those. A DTV allows for a waveform and vector scope built into the camera. So if you just go and hit scope, you can see a small scope come up, vector scope, etc. I think this one here is even bigger. If we do it there we go. Okay? So you can set and see what's going on vector scope-wise, etc. for audio and video. Now, the other series, which is DTE series, same without the waveform of vector scope. So there is a little bit of difference in price. So it depends on how you want to work it. Okay.
Excellent, Joe. You rocked it out. Thank you. You heard it from Joe here at JVC at MTE.